welcome to Katrina's Creations. This is episode 207. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back each week. I really do appreciate it. And those of you who are new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. If you like what you see, please click that little subscribe button down below. And if you give me a thumbs up, I really appreciate it. Let's get started. It's been a little crazy this week. I say that nearly every week, but it really has been. I have 5 finished objects, but none of them are big. Well, one of them is big, only because it's bigger than I anticipated it being, and it is not yarn related, but it will be holding yarn. I made a tote bag, and it is a humongous tote bag. I mean, the pattern said it was going to be 12.5 inches by 9 inches. Well, it is pretty much 12.5 inches here by 9 inches here. And this is a pattern from, I believe it was McCall's. So it has a, this is the front, well, it's the front or the back. There's like 2 pockets. There's 2 pockets here. And there's a little strap. I have no clue what the strap is for. I guess you could hook things like on a carabiner or something so that they don't fall out of the pockets and then put them in there. I guess. I don't really know what that purpose is. But anyway, there's 2 pockets in the front, 2 pockets in the back, and then a pocket like this on each side. And the inside is just one big dumping ground. Well, it's a little dark. I could fit in it. Well, no, probably not me. Parts of me could fit in it, but it wouldn't be pretty. But it is holding my Jolly Green Giant yarn, if you remember me talking about that last week. It's holding the entire sweater's worth plus spare room. So I did think I would explain to you what these little things are that are on the bag, just in case you're not familiar with it. I love nautical themes. My house has lighthouses all over the place and nautical things. These right here are lobster buoys. That's what most of, there's oars on here too, but most of these are lobster buoys. Now, what a lobster buoy is, they sit this direction up in the water. So this is the handle, and it sticks out of the water. And then this is the buoy part. It's usually made of like a styrofoam or a real something that's buoyant. And then it has this rope attached, which is attached to the lobster trap, which is way down in the ocean at the bottom. And each lobsterman has their own specific colored buoys. I mean, they have to get them registered and everything. And they have a specific area that they put their traps out in. So when you go up to like Maine or anywhere up in New England, and I guess other places in the world where they have lobsters, you see these all over the place, and they use the handle to lift it up out of the water, and they put it on a crank that's on the lobster boat, and then the crank takes it up. It's like a pulley system, and that pulls the lobster trap up from the bottom of the ocean. So anyway, there's all kinds of lobster buoys on here. So that was project number 1, was my huge bag. So far, the dog has not tried to crawl into that like she's been trying to crawl into my baskets. Then, you remember last week I finished my bath mat. Well, I had a little bit of leftover yarn that I didn't want to go to waste, because this is Comfy Cotton Blend, and that's what I forgot to bring upstairs. I knew I had an acquisition this week. We'll get to that. I'll stick a picture in when I get to acquisitions. But anyway, here is a dishcloth that I made. This is all half double crochet, and I really like it. It's pretty. I like the stitch, and it's pretty basic. It's a dishcloth, you know. So then I figured, let's make one more, and this is just a granny square that I will be using as a dishcloth. So those are 2. That would be number 2 and number 3 of my finished objects. Number 4 and 5, I'm going to have to insert a picture, because I finished last week I told you the hats I was making for the Hat Not Hate program for the anti-bullying, that I was on hat number 9. I was wrong. I counted the hats in the box. I was actually on hat number 10. So the 2 hats I finished this week were hat number 11 and hat number 12. So one is knit, one is crochet, total freestyle. I basically did a crochet, circle for the top of the beanie. And then from there, I just kind of freewheeled it. I mean, I put like granny stripe things in it. Whatever I felt like doing, I stuck into it. So, there's a crocheted hat and then a knitted hat, which was my basic pinwheel beanie hat. The pattern is down in the Love Crafts link, and I just modified it a little bit by throwing a little garter stitch into it here and there. So those 2 hats were actually, I donated them today, so I don't have them to show on the podcast, but now my work's in progress. Right now I have 2 knitted works in progress, and I'm going to get back to my baskets, which I talked about last week and I didn't get done. So that will be my crochet project this week, is working on my baskets. I did not bring the other one up. It's a round crocheted basket that I've crocheted around a cloth clothesline, cotton clothesline, just to give it a little bit more reinforcement. And I'm using that to store my yarn and projects, and to be able to store it on a shelf, because it fits perfect in those little cubby storage units. So that's what it's for. So that will be my crochet project. Now my 2 knitted projects, one I am almost done. Almost. This is the last of the 3 cowls. The pattern is just about done, so I can get ready to release it. So let me show you what it looks like. This one is in purples and like a maroon color. Let's see if I can get the maroons to show up any. Yeah, and I think this pattern is working so neat. This particular yarn, I don't know the name of it, but it comes from Appalachian Sock Company. But the way that the stripes are falling, the white and the purple stripes, they are angling on here. So it's really kind of making it look really neat. It's giving it a whole new aspect. So this is the 3rd one. I'm actually wearing the 2nd one that I made, because I made the 1st one and it was just kind of scribbled down, and then I knitted this 2nd one, and after knitting it, I wanted to finalize it and try it one last time, so I'm doing a 3rd time. And here is what this one looks like. This yarn, I think it was Teal for 2 is what it was called. And this is Packapeds. It's Packapeds HT, which is heel and toes, because this is a sock yarn. So that's what it looks like. Although the little striping sections, the little slip stitches right here, are not showing up as well in this color. But it feels good on, because I'm actually filming at 8 o'clock at night. I had intended to film Friday morning, but we've got some big plans that need to be taken care of, so we're not going to be home. So, yeah, that's that project that I'm working on, and I've only got like maybe 10 rows to go, so that will definitely be a finished object next week. And then my 2nd set of big knitting needles came in, so that this is the yarn I jokingly called the Jolly Green Giant yarn last week. It looks a dull green. It's jade. I don't know if the light will do it justice, but it is jade. And this is a raglan pattern. The yarn that I am using is Lion brand. What is it called? What is it called? No, it's not Lion brand. The yarn I am using is Burnett Softy Chunky, and it is like a super bulky. And the pattern I am using is a Lion brand. It's a free pattern. And I believe it's called Raglan Pullover, Raglan Pullover, something like that. It was a free pattern, and I'm it's a different pattern in that it is a raglan, which means that the sleeves have angles that kind of go down, they join right in here. I've done several raglan sweaters before, and they were always knit from the neck down, and they were knit in the round. This one is actually knit in four pieces, your front, your back, and the two sleeves, and then you join them all. So I'm interested to see how it's going to form a raglan, because normally when you're knitting in the round, the raglan is formed by doing yarn overs or increases to make it go wider. So this is going to be interesting because it's totally different from how I've done one before. But here's what it looks like so far. I've got my ribbing done, and I've started up into the body. And this is going to go quick. It really is. Now, I will say this is not as dense as I would normally like it, so I'm hoping that I don't have to wear like a t-shirt or something underneath it, because I don't want it to be see-through. I was hoping it would be a little denser than this, but we'll see what it looks like when it's finished. But the color's knitting up. It's knitting up quick. It's kind of mindless. It's just back and forth, knit and then purl, and knit and purl, because there's no pattern or anything to it. So pretty easy. So that is my other work in progress. Now, I do not have anything for show and tell this week, which is really, really unusual, but you guys are entering like crazy for the holiday along. So that's where all of the finished projects are going at this point, is over to the holiday along. Now, um, if you missed it, I will put a link right here. Photos of last week's holiday along are in that video. What happened was Sarah ended up, I do the videos and I send them to her. I sent her the wrong video. You would think at my age I could count, but apparently not. I sent her a copy of the one from the week before, and she sent me an email and said, "I think this is a duplicate." And yes, indeed, it was. I hit the wrong button and sent her the same video a second time. So she and I talked, and at this point, she had a lot going on this week, and we decided we were just going to send it out as a joint video. And so that's what went out on Friday. So if you missed it, like I said, click that little link, and that will take you over to it. At that point, we had, I believe it was 190 some entries total in our holiday along, and we have not completed the first month. We have a couple more days left to go in October. If you're not aware of what the holiday along is, it is a make along that is running on my channel and on Sarah's channel, and there is a link down below to her channel. Um, we are doing this as a collaboration. We did it last year, and we're doing it again this year because it was a lot of fun. And we are entering any kind of projects. They do not need to be holiday related, as long as they are finished between October 1st and December 31st. And you can enter them over on the Holiday Along 2020 page on Facebook. If you are not already a friend, a friend on Facebook of Sarah or myself, you can just contact us and ask us to send you an invite, and we will get you situated there. But the fun part about this is at the end of the knit or crochet along, we'll just call it a make along so it covers both bases. At the end of it, both of us are going to give a prize to somebody, but we're also competing team knit against team crochet. There's no prize involved for this. It's just for fun, and you can participate on either and both teams. As you can tell, I have been participating on both teams. So yes, you can participate on both teams, and the yardage that you knit or crochet counts as mileage, and we're seeing if we can get around the world in 80 days, just like the book, from Glasgow, Scotland, which is where Sarah lives, to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, which is where I live. So if you would like to see the progress of how far Team Knit and Team Crochet have gotten, make sure you check out Sarah's channel and her latest video. Like I said, the link to her channel is right down below, and you can look over there, and she will fill you in on how far each of you have gotten this week. Now, in my acquisitions, I got a couple things this week. Number one, I got my second set of needles. If you remember last week, I got a set of these needles. They are Susan Bates, not Mary Bates, Susan Bates. Susan Bates needles. I had one set that had been ordered. I was starting the Jolly Green Giant sweater and realized that the size needles I needed, I did not have either of. So I needed two sizes, one size for the ribbing, one size for the body. So I ordered them and I now have obviously both sets because I started the sweater. So yeah, these are Susan Bates. They are very nice. I like them. They're, they do have a little bit of memory in the cord itself, but it's not atrocious. I mean, it's definitely workable. It's not like it's doing this on itself. That would be crazy. That would draw. I have some needles that do that, but this one doesn't. So they're plastic, which is okay. They actually are fairly good to knit with. I have not really knit with plastic needles before, but these aren't bad at all. And they have a nice point. They're not. I don't like real pointy needles. I tend to hurt myself. Don't give Katrina sharp objects. Yeah, so they're working well, and I'm real happy with them. And I ordered a size, I think a US 11 and a US 13, big ones. Yes, so that's my one acquisition. And poof, through the magic of television or video, or really good editing on my behalf, we're down in my kitchen because I forgot to tell you about the other acquisition I got. I got an order in from Lion Brand, and I opened the box upside down. Yeah, I got an order from Lion Brand. So let's take a peek at what I got. This is not going to be used immediately. This is going to be used for a summer sweater. So I will probably start in on it like late winter, early spring. I bought two different colors. This is the first one. Let me take it out of the plastic so we can see it better. This is Comfy Cotton Blend. There are 392 yards per skein. There you can see the color is a little bit better. And there went the box. I'll retrieve it in a minute. And there's 7 ounces. This is number 3 weight. And this color is called Flower Garden. And like I said, I have 3 skeins of that. And then I have 3 more skeins of, I like both of these colors actually, but this one I really like. It's definite fall type of colors, so it'll work nice for like next fall, because I'm certainly not getting it done this year. And again, it is the Comfy Cotton Blend, and the color of this one is called Fireside, which fits it. So yes, nice autumn colors. There you can see some more reds in it. And this was a sale that they ran a while back where it was like 3 skeins for $10. So I bought 6 skeins, enough to make 2 different like short-sleeved tee sweaters for next spring and summer. So that's it for my acquisitions. Now back upstairs again. Now last week I was celebrating my 4-year podiversary, which means 4 years on YouTube, and I did a giveaway for this skein of yarn. This is Woolies hand dyed, which is really funny because Lion Brand ran a 40% off sale on this yarn this week. Oh well, did not know that. So anyway, yes, this is the giveaway yarn, and I used random comment generator, and the winner is Juliana Del Angelica. I hope I pronounced that right. Juliana Del Angelica. So, or Del Angelica. So, Juliana, if you would get in contact with me, you can go to KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com and just give me your mailing information, your address, and I will get this out in the mail to you as soon as I hear from you. So, congratulations to Juliana. Now, that's not the only giveaway we have going on. You saw the cowl that I was talking about, and I am running another giveaway for naming the cowl. Okay, so if you can come up with a name for this cowl, let me know. You can just leave it in the comments down below, and if your name is chosen, you will get a free pattern of this cowl when it comes out, which should be in the next week or so. I'm hoping this week it will be out. So yes, if you have an idea for the name and you would like to try to get a free copy of the pattern, let me know. Just leave a comment down below. So now it's time for now our come and get it section is pretty slim pickings this week. Simply because Lion Brand has been knocking it out of the park with lots of sales like on a daily or every other day basis. And so has Annie's. Annie's has been having some sales as well, and Knit Picks also had a sale this week. So a lot of them have had sales. So not much to talk about because they don't have any current sales really running. But I will let you know if there are some. In the meantime, Dollar Tree, as usual, still has the premium yarn, premier, not premium, premier. I always mispronounce that. Premier yarn on sale. They do have some of the cotton, and they have some of the other versions that are out there of the premier. Just be careful when you order that you make sure of the number you're ordering. Most of them require you to order about 6 skeins, but there are some that are like 100 and some, which nobody needs that much yarn in their life. As I speak, having an entire wall of yarn behind me, but oh well. I don't want all of the same yarn. So anyway, just make sure that you look to see how many skeins you do need to order in order to get that. And you can either have it shipped to you at a price or you can pick it up in your local Dollar Tree store, which saves a lot of money. The other thing is Knit Crate, which you saw last week. That month I was less than impressed basically on the color. However, I am looking forward to next month's Knit Crate. It is going to be 4 skeins of yarn. They're mini skeins. They're going to be 4 50-gram skeins of worsted weight in a gradient color or a colors that are going to coordinate together. So if that's something you might be interested in, you can sign up for your first box and get 50% off. If you use the link down below, like I said, that will give you 50% off the box. That would be, you get the box including shipping for $12.50. So normally the box after that, if you don't like it, make sure you cancel it before the first of the month. Normally it is $24.99 per month, and it is a luxury yarn, so it's not like you're getting acrylic or anything. They're nice quality yarns. And even the one I didn't like the color of last week or last month was extremely soft. I mean, the quality of the yarn was really good. It just wasn't, it was the color of dryer lint. But anyway, yes, if you missed that, you can go look at that one. But yeah, anyway, so that is over at Knit Crate. Now, last Wednesday's video, I talked about what my favorite things are and where to get them. So if you want to know what my favorite knitting and crochet notions are, my favorite hooks, cases, knitting needles, all that kind of stuff, that link is down below. And if you missed the video and the story of the stinky bathroom, yeah, I don't want to go too much into detail. It's not what you think though. But so if you missed it and you would like to see it, you can click the little letter I up here, and that will take you over to go see that video. Now this Wednesday's video is going to be the holiday along projects that have been entered over the past week. I enter them from Sunday to Sunday or Saturday to Sunday. Yeah, 1 week at a time. So, yes, the ones that you watched Friday are from last week, and the ones from this past week are going to be on Wednesday's video. So if you missed that and would like to see it, that will be Wednesday's video. So I hope you will check it out. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And Juliana, get in contact with me so I can get your yarn sent out to you. And don't forget to enter a name for the cowl. So the winner will be announced next week. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye, everybody.